moving on from one surefire Hall of Famer to our Players of the Week. Damola, kick us off this time. Who was your Player of the Week?
I'm going right back to the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, this is West Coast
New England Patriots. You know who my man is right now?
Russell?
Somebody take a guess.
Sherman.
My man is Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman. He told Tom Brady, shut the up. And I applaud you for that. For that, you are my favorite player in the NFL right now. You are the MVP of the week. You did a great job against Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, and I applaud you. I give you a standing ovation, Mr. Richard Sherman.
Sherman! All right.
Shut the Sherman.
Let's get this party started.
Coverage tight, spotlight on tomorrow. Who you with? Trust, you'll be delighted that you followed. At Phirst Contention, the invention. We debate sports, of course we should mention. What's that? We cover games, we don't play suspensions. We 100, so if your star's missing, we let you know your squad surely gone fishing. We never fish though, no, not our motto. We sport on deals, on court, on fields. The victors, the vengeance, the legends, latest invention.
Welcome back to another episode of Phirst Contention. We thank you all, however you are tuning in to watch. I am your host today, Ty Sosina. With us, we've got 3/4 of the regular crew. We've got Steve back with us. What's up, Steve?
What's going on? Strive higher every day, baby.
And then we've got Marvin in the house. What's going on, sir?
I said, hola, senors and senoritas. Stay classy, Minnesota. Stay classy.
And one of Phirst Contention's favorite guests, which is fitting because in an episode in the past, he shed light on how much he was a fan of Richard Sherman, who will be the topic of today's bonus show. Damola Ogundipe, welcome back, D.
Good to be back. It's good to be back, gentlemen. Thank you for having me.
As I said, Sherman, I mean, we all saw it. 2 excellent championship games were played, and the best one was on the NFC side of the league. Richard Sherman bats a ball in San Francisco's last attempt to make it to the Super Bowl, surpassing the Seahawks, and afterward he gets on the mic, and we'll just say he was juiced. Not bad juice, but he was excited. And with today being Martin Luther King's Day, we've got a bunch of tweets out there. We've got experts who feel some type of way about Richard Sherman. Mar, start us off. Was it too far? Was it justified? How do you respond to Sherman's outburst after the game?
See, what makes this so phenomenal is that Richard Sherman talked the trash and he was able to back it up. Now, for everyone that's calling him a thug and this, that, and the other, he does have his master's from Stanford. So the guy's not really a thug. He just knows how to, let's say, self-promote himself very well. It's just when his skills start to diminish and then he's continuing to talk trash, then you can say, then it's unjustified. But the play that he made about Michael Crabtree and the way that he treated him, yeah, he just ethered the San Francisco 49ers this past weekend. So I think it was just right. I think it was justified. You know, if you're able to talk the trash and back it up, I have no problem with it.
Ether, good way to put it. Steve, your thoughts?
Yeah, so it was so funny to me because that is like the epitome of a moment for a football player. So for the game to come down to like the last play, you make the play, and you're like on an emotional high because you're about to go to the Super Bowl, and they stick a microphone in your face. What you expect this man to say? He's still riding high off of making this play, so he's like, "Man, I just did this play. I'm the best man in the NFL. I'm the best corner." I'm like, "Oh man, he went a little overboard," but I'm just like, whatever. He talking, he backing it up. They going to the Super Bowl, and he excited about it. It was the heat of a moment type of interview. They try to cut him off because he was just going off on the microphone, but you can't blame the dude. I mean, when you make a play like that, it's so critical for your team. You you're the type of guy who gets underneath people's skin, every freaking game throughout the season. That's something that you use to your advantage. Plus, you're backing it up with your play because you have the highest efficiency rating as a cornerback in the NFL, whereas quarterbacks don't want to target you anymore. I don't know why Kaepernick decided to do it on the last play of the game to go at him, but he did. Anyway, the dude talks the talk and he walks the walk. But sometimes he does go a little overboard to a little arrogancy, which is what I do not condone. But, I mean, until somebody shuts him up, he's just going to keep talking.
Well, thank you for that soliloquy that
Good
you just
point.
put on.
Fair points, all of it. Yeah, speaking of keep talking, let's move on. Damola, what did you think?
Well, let's assess the validity of Richard Sherman's comments. I think it's appropriate. He said that Michael Crabtree is a mediocre receiver. One could argue that possibly could be the case. And he only played in 5 games this season, had about 15 yards, 15 receptions, 1 touchdown in 5 games. I would say that's about those mediocre stats. He had the one good year in 2012, but other than that, 11, 10, 2009, he's been pretty average at best. I think we can all say that's a pretty valid statement. When he said that he's the best receiver or the best cornerback in the NFL, I think that's a valid statement. He had the league in interceptions since he entered the NFL and then passes deflected. I think that's an accurate statement. He also went on and said that it's a bad idea to throw the ball when you against a mediocre receiver to a number 1 cornerback. Based off of the results that we saw, that also seems to be a pretty valid and accurate statement. Now, the tone and the manner in which he established what he was trying, the validity of his statements may be a little bit overboard, but nothing he said was wrong. Everything was factually accurate. Michael Crabtree is arguably a mediocre receiver. Richard Sherman is the best cornerback in the league. If you throw the ball against the best cornerback in the league to a mediocre receiver, bad results will happen on the offensive side of the ball. So, in my opinion, nothing he said was wrong. Now, again, the tone and the manner in which he went about it, I mean, you could say that was a little bit inappropriate, but at the end of the day, it's football, it's the NFL. He was emotional. He didn't swear. He didn't use any vulgar language. I enjoyed it. I love the raw emotion, and he didn't say anything that was inaccurate or not factual. So, I'm all for it. Go Sherman. You already know I'm Team Sherman all the way.
I mean, Mo, you said that Crabtree is mediocre. People do know he was coming back from the Achilles injury. Do y'all think, I know he only played in a few games this year, but based off the fact that he's come back from an injury, is he really a mediocre receiver? Anybody?
He hasn't really established himself as an elite receiver. Like Damola said, he only had 1 good year, and that was last year before he got hurt when Kaepernick came in. That's when they seemed to build some camaraderie. But, for the years that he's been there, he hasn't established himself as the go-to guy yet. So it's nothing like he has proven himself to be the top person on the team as far as that goes. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I think Anquan Bolden is the top option for them. So,
Vernon Davis, excuse me. He's I would say, honestly, in order of who the top targets are for Kaepernick, it would go Bolden, Davis, and then Crabtree. So, I mean, you're not even the best receiver on your team and the best pass catcher on your team. And I'm not saying that Crabtree isn't a good receiver, but the assessment that Sherman gave at the end of the game, and again, it was a post-game interview, and he was asked about his feelings and his assessment of the game, and he assessed that Michael Crabtree is a mediocre receiver, and the statistics back up his claim that Michael Crabtree is a mid-level second receiver on a team type of receiver. He's not a number 1, he's a number 2, and a number 2 falls into the mediocre category. So, I mean, I really don't see what the problem is. I don't understand why everybody's using the N-word and calling the N-word and saying he's crazy. I mean, in my opinion, it was a very intelligent assessment of the situation.
I have to concur. I think Crabtree is right now a mediocre receiver. Do I think he has the talent to be a number 1? Yes, I do. I personally think Patrick Peterson is the best cornerback in the NFL, but that's another debate by itself. But personally, I just think Patrick Peterson is a better cornerback than Richard Sherman. But I do believe that Richard Sherman is 1A or 2B, 1A or 1B, the top cornerback in the NFL. So with his claim saying a mediocre receiver going against a superstar, Yes, that is true.
Okay, I mean, I guess that's fair. I consider Crabtree a good receiver coming off his injury, but we'll see what he does next year. We'll see what he does next year. One thing's for sure, Sherman is going to continue to talk, and he has earned it. And his team has punched their ticket to the Super Bowl against the Broncos. We have to give congratulations to you, Steve. You had both your picks right from championship weekend, and Damola, I believe that you had both teams correctly picked as well. Correct?
That is correct. And I put my money where my mouth is, as Keith.
Swerve. Salute to you both.
Ask about me.
Let's go Broncos. Bring it home.
Yes, and we'll let it marinate for a little bit, then we'll give you guys our thoughts on the Bowl. Again, this has been Phirst Contention. Thank you very much for watching. Richard Sherman, thank you for the entertainment. One thing that also cannot be denied, another athlete who run his mouth a lot, Muhammad Ali. He liked to talk smack, and we refer to him as the greatest. Thanks for watching. This has been another episode of Phirst
Just
Contention.
compare Muhammad Ali to Richard Sherman. I hope
Man, bro.
Ride with Phirst Contention, that's full throttle in. We sport on deals, on court, on fields. The victors, the vengeance, the legends, latest invention. Phirst Contention. We sport on deals, on court, on fields. The victors, the vengeance, the legends, latest invention. Game face grit, like born for playoffs. Say it all in small time like payoff.